well, you can see what it means to DA about the end of that one.
I do want to say something. Like
I heard idiot.
Yeah, I'm sure that someone checked to make sure there was nothing bad said in that clip by the Turkish
I know there's
team
a lot of Turkish fans out there
were
in
like,
chat. I'm gonna be looking at chat in a second.
Yeah, chat, do you want to translate that one? Because I'm seeing a lot of laughter. But the point is, I know DA are a very fiery team, even with each other. I mean,
Yeah.
it
was very serious conversations out there. I looked outside the door.
We often, if when the people are in the audience, because behind the camera you're seeing right now, this shot, there's actually a little audience area, and sometimes you can come and watch the games, and people saying we could hear DA. They're really like riled up, and again, not just about the game, but each other. Sometimes they're a very fiery team, and they certainly show it there.
Oh, Monkey, I see you in chat saying calm down. I've seen you get very heated in conversations
Hey, Monkey,
in this very arena, Mr. Monkey Lasagna. That's not lasagna, is it? What is it? What is it? It's Lysine.
Yeah, even when Martin's telling you to calm down, there's a problem. You know what I mean? Jeez.
Oh, I love it. I'm going to miss this place. It's the last 2 days here in the Berlin Arena for the first season of many more to come.
Yeah. No, again, it has been incredibly good fun. Getting to know the players, the personalities, and there are some incredible personalities in the PUBG scene.
Yeah.
Even from the very word go, we had some great players come through.
I just miss the fact that obviously when you do it online, or sometimes even at tournaments, because you normally with the other side of the arena or something, so you're nowhere near the teams. So you don't. The fact is here, I can like instantly go out the door. The teams are all coming straight out the arena. You can just like quickly get a word with them, see exactly what that play was working and why it did and why it didn't work. Which helps us obviously figure it all out. But we're moving on to Sanhok here. Obviously, we saw a fairly 2 Eastern Circles, really, so far. Obviously, the one finishing on the hill above Ban last time. Or Barn, whichever you want to call it, Barn. Will it be another Eastern Circle? Will we go up to the northwest? I know GamerLegion would be absolutely delighted if it does, but they need all the help they can get right now. They are languishing down the bottom. It is looking great for some of the teams that are getting some high kill counts. That's where it's all sort of working for them. Obviously 52 kills for 7. Northern Lights now 48 kills for that team now. The CIS regions are absolutely delivering here in the playoffs.
We are, and again, you guys at home, let us know your thoughts. Use that hashtag AskPEL. Nice and easy, get on Twitter and ask us anything you want. It could be completely benign and useless. You could ask
and we might even
anything.
talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly,
we like to talk about benign useless stuff. It's quite handy.
Yeah, Martin's lovely, so we might as well. Okay, I love you, Martin.
I kid.
Northeast to southwest. Again, playing path doesn't really make much of a difference in this. Everyone can reach their spots. It's been very rare we've seen anything ever hinder much of an approach. And we'll see if there's any clashes. GamerLegion, different.
Yes.
Very different.
Okay, this kind of works. So it's caught Train Hard off a little bit, I feel.
Yeah, I'd be confused by that.
They're a little... You watch it go to the northwest now. You watch. You'll be like, boop, and they'll be like, oh, come
Honestly,
on.
it would be... It would be...
Fexx is going to get Maccandark right on his back door, it seems. He's gone into that compound, so Fexx is going to continue further on. Well, it's another Eastern Circle. This time
that's pretty far
further.
northeast.
So we've gone from like the full southeast
to
the sort of Middle East, and now the full northeast.
Wow, Jokers, what a position for them to start from. The one thing I want to look at now is rotations become tough on this, I feel.
There's some boats going to come into play.
Yeah, I feel boats have to. There's just... the entry points are limited because this map is so small in comparison to the others. This is going to be tricky. Jokers can stay pretty much as they are. IG, nice position for them. DA, good position. Everyone else, don't you dare show Paradise Resort. Don't.
I watched that clip back yesterday. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
The chode is back. Great. Solid.
Get me drunk out.
Why did they do it? Why have they gone, that's the shot we need? You could use anything else. It's a beautiful map. Why have you done that to us?
It's all good.
It's alright, there's slow mode on in chat, so no one's No one's going to
Is
say
that
elephant.
right? The elephant, yeah. All we could say is elephant. We'll stick with that. Right. Back to serious focus
Beautiful
phase.
Death, hold on. A Beautiful Death's heading off. And this feels like that gamble, right, that he so often takes.
No.
But he's not alone here. Can we please get on towards his
There's two of them.
perspective?
There's two of them in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Normally it's just him. He's right on towards
Straight to
Set.
Set, yeah.
Of all people, Set has been scary as of late, and A Beautiful Death suffers because of it. DA, it can work so well sometimes, and others, they suffer this fate.
Nice spray down.
Uh-oh, it's not looking good. Jokers were spread out. Not necessarily waiting for this, but they were already in.
They're in their loot
in positions.
locations.
Exactly. So they're a little bit curious, probably, as to well, this is early, but still, this is.
Mert's
not
got
good.
lucky though. He's
very lucky.
very lucky to survive that, and it's put DA in a troublesome spot. They wanted the crossroads. That's where they were looking towards, where Daboom is. It's not really worked out, has it?
No.
And even worse for them is the fact that Inside Games are also sort of come across. They've come out of Paradise Resort with the elephant and decided to go into their compound, so they're safe. Who else? That was Giganten that just came across the bridge, so they're having a bit of loot. So they've got off the island. Everybody's safe off the island. Seven's little gate camp, bridge camp, whatever they prefer. Not going to work out for them. It's good, though, for Seven, because look at all that territory in the north.
Very nice for them, yeah, because not many teams would be coming that way. The south. This is what I mean about rotations. The southern side is going to be littered. I am wondering what GamerLegion have in the form of rotation theories in the south, because this is a new route for them. Bit different, to say the least. So I wonder if they're going to fall foul to some of the common issues that teams have from this southwestern island. ENCE, comfy where they are. They're going to stick maybe edge a little bit here. They can stick around this compound perfectly fine. I mean, it's going to move away from water eventually. Obviously, the paramount and ideal spots where Unity, IG, and the Jokers are. Tempest going to post up on the eastern coast. So again, most of the teams who are near the circle are always going to be fine. It's your Tornado Energy, your Last Crew, your Train Hard, your GamerLegion. These boys are the ones that are going to find it hard.
If ENCE decide to play edge here and don't try and center up a little bit more, that's going to screw the likes of Quickmouth and Northern Lights that are clashing down on the edge of Quarry right now.
Yeah, it will. It's that knock-on effect, isn't it? Even if whoever makes out this fight will have lost out in some way or shape or form, whether it be from timing or meds or Vest being now screwed up, and they walk into a fight against ENCE who are perfectly well looted, might just go get a drop as well, and they're going to be in pre-established positions.
And there's a crate dropping as well. Looks like Last Crew found themselves some boats, so they're going to swing it round. Giganten going around the edge of boot camp, so they're safe. Tornado Energy still trying to figure out which way is the best approach for them to get in there. Tempest, they're happy. They've gone in that hillside above Bravo. It's that horrible position out of Bravo, so they needed to be on that hill. Looks like Jokers were there, just covering it off, but Set's going to back away, and he'll be safe with the trees covering his escape.
Yeah, he's getting some covering fire coming in. He knows the Tempests were very close by. They would have happily picked that up. Anyone out on their lonesome like that is a tasty morsel.
I worry that this is... Remember ENCE? They got caught in Bravo and they got caught in the hill. I think it was Pittsburgh Knights were on the hill and just slaughtered them. I worry that ENCE are looking at this and thinking, I don't want to get into that position because it's just an unplayable spot. They get themselves the crate, though. They are slowly edging along the coastline, so we'll see where they end up.
Yeah, it's still certainly up in the air for now. GamerLegion in the battle over Train Hard. KnorkiS just been found. Caught off. PG-18 getting a little bit of flack towards them. Still plenty of cover to play with, so they shouldn't be in too much bother. Unless 7 gets a bit closer, I guess, then they could be pinched. There's the boat play coming out all the way around the north. They've opted to go on the northern swing around Camp Alpha and work their way in towards the east.
Yeah, it's the right move to go all the way up there. Swinging around that side because you can see Northern Lights now coming in south of Lakawi. GamerLegion all sort of working their way in. Train Hard. Bit of work to do for them. You'd think there's nothing else going on.
Yeah, I wonder what Train Hard do here. They've lost out on KnorkiS. He's bleeding out, right? So it's like, how else do they recover this? I guess they might have a boat. It looks like Phantom's sailing around. I don't know about the other two. Northern Lights have pulled up quite close towards ENCE. Very close by, in fact. I wonder if maybe there's been a spot brought out from ENCE if they've noticed the Northern Lights knocking on their door there.
Well, ENCE have managed to find Northern Lights. They would love to get some kills here. Northern Lights getting the better of them a couple of games before and really moved up the table. TRYFFELI finds the head on AK Bro. He's not okay at the moment, that's for sure.
Yeah, and the rest of Northern Lights, the other 3 players, were a little bit further back. They're closer to the town itself, the kind of beach town. And the new circle, again, it's still got quite a lot of the northeast in this. Mong up there, which is still very playable and certainly within reach if teams are looking for just a house to have for the circle.
Yeah, we had a circle up here where I think it was this the N47 wins? Is this their first win? Where Jokers were, basically.
I think so, yeah.
I think it was their first victory on here in the Phase 3. Looking to be heading that way. Of course, he could still swing north. There's so much open territory in the north at the moment that 7 is going to walk in there. Last crew also should be able to just cruise on in their boat up to the top side. The south is where the problems are. GamerLegion, who decided to go for this adjustment, they're still in the blue.
A mile in the blue as well. They're down by Camp Charlie. They might die to the blue. I don't know what meds they have, but you can see bjorN and co on great. Yeah, like, and these are the guys who are just getting into the circle, the new circle, and that's about to move in 20 seconds.
Yeah,
so train hard might be dead.
And they're going to be running the entire time because once we hit Phase 3, the circle speeds up and gets quicker and quicker. It's pretty tough. It's their choice to go down there, though.
Yeah, and maybe this is just kind of par for the course until they really learn those rotations and feel comfy with it. DA. What's left of Dio here, because I think it's Mert who went over early. He's still on his own in a different shack. SIXMO and Mitraleius still around near towards PG-18, who've closed in on the south western side towards this. You'd have D's on a bit of a swivel there, keeping tabs on it, as ENCE have got themselves into Bravo.
They've gone into Bravo again, not learning from previous mistakes. When it pulls away from Bravo, you are screwed. But we'll see. There's obviously still a lot of terrain to play with at the moment. It does give them a big safety net of the entire sort of southeast area. So they're happy with that at the moment.
Yeah, and DA forced to be quite proactive about this. If PG-18 work out, it's just 2 of them. You're going to be finding yourself getting pushed and pressured further more than you'd like. GamerLegion under fire now. Quick math coming down. Having a little look. There might be gate kept in this. Northern Lights are just out to the east, so they could have some problems there. It's actually SKUIJKE catching off Fjord, and a very swift flush to follow. So ENCE keeping control here, and I'm wondering if they've been able to adjust from that mistake they made previously. They played out this compound or this whole area, maybe having miikaz in a more southern position, or wherever it is. These small changes of keeping some vision could really help them out. GamerLegion still trying to find a way in here, and Silenzo working at the top there. Has he been spotted? bjorN's got the low ground to approach from.
And Silenzo is not onto him at the moment. So he's sneaking up. Hamster's the man that's drawing the fire. Banked the nade off the roof. Dope it straight in there. It actually went through down the steps. Now he realizes there's somebody there, goes for the peek, and you're only going to be showing your head if you go for that peek. So bjorN, it would be almost a guaranteed headshot, but instead he's just going to underhand the nade out there. It actually looked like to lob it. Probably could have gone better with an underhand. Gets down the steps safely. And goes prone.
Yeah, the thing is, if you look at the position, as much as Silenzo is in danger, he has really good support. I want bjorN to do well.
Tornado Energy.
Oh, God. Those nades.
Tornado Energy and PG-18 are definitely on top of each other. And that's going to be a pizza. Oh no, he's burning. Well, they missed with the nades.
If the nades ain't gonna work, set fire to the whole place.
No, but then immediately it gets caught in the back, and Maccandark goes down. Fexx on the flank around the side. bjorN trying to get some return fire to cover him off. Trying to keep that angle down.
Well, this was always the issue, wasn't it? You can get past the first, but following it. Okay, now you can nade. Now, maybe it's just Fexx. Maybe Fexx is just the nader. He should be the designated grenadier here.
Yeah.
As we look to see what else they can achieve working their way up the hill. Quick Maths are peeling away from this. They've kind of suffered their losses and had to fall away.
Okay, GamerLegion need this. They need all the points they can get. Quick Math fall in the wayside, but they've got to keep moving because the blue's on their backs. It's still forcing them. Train Hard still coming in out of the blue. Phantom is over the west side of Paradise Resort now. They must be so out of meds and everything. I just can't believe they've actually just. I think he's still going north. He's going up to tap Mock. He's going to continue around. Yeah, the rest of Train Hard are up there. Solar and Furex are up there as well. They're finally coming in out of the blue.
Yeah, for GamerLegion, maybe they get some more meds, some more loot. DA now, they've lost their northern man. That was Mert. He actually wasn't with these two. He was way further north on his own. So SIXMO and Mitraleius are now the last two standing for them, and they still have PG-18 who flexed south to take on Tornado Energy, won a bit of that fight. They've gone back to dealing with DA if required, and we see the Tempest pretty centralized on this. Actually, ENCE have a very good spot, and as do the Jokers.
Trainard and Last Crew both coming in the northern side. Have got 7 watching them work out. SIXMO picked off. Now that's the compounds getting pressured. Solo man is remaining as Mitraleius. So PG-18 in safely and turn their attention a little bit towards Airstation Mike down there on the hillside. Northern side, though, is about to get very congested. Yeah,
and it's teams who've opted for those longer, weirder rotations in the boats. Trainhard finally going to make it into the circle now. They've made it in. They're in there. But ELGIGANTEN is knocking very close by. They are looking that way as a 7, so that's not without pressure coming in. Airstation Mike are being engaged upon by the Jokers, who are in a little bit more of a centralized compound than they are, but they also have PG-18 behind them, and QuickMath's not far off, so this is a very, very scary area for Airstation Mike.
Starting to get very pressured, right? Where will we go with the circle? Everybody's now inside. Northern Lights wrapping around Bravo. Joker's still in the prime territory. In that central compound, they've even got a 3-1 split.
Yeah, nice. Brave, you can get overwhelmed, but if they hold both of them, they hold such a big area. Look how much they're just gonna be able to ward away here. Tempest obviously looking towards that. I was like, can we take it? Not sure. Okay, here comes the big fight. The northern side are not gonna be happy with each other. All of these teams on that edge are going to be continually fighting. ENCE, I want to see how they get out of Bravo now. Big question mark around that. But the south side, the Jokers hold masses of view towards Airstation Mike. PG-18 have gone, yeah, no, not fancying that. QuickMaths, Tornado Energy, GamerLegion all have to run that way.
GamerLegion just holding W. They've ran the entire distance so far. This is up in the northeastern area, western side, actually, to the light. It's Giganten and Unity. I was thinking we were going to be going to 7, and Last Crew, who are also about to clash. It is going to be ghostar getting across, and Uktiv turns around. Quick response from him. He'd already got the nade down on one as well. Will get ghostar flushed out and come around the side. Going to get his teammate back on his feet. Third party's coming out a little bit from Trainhard, trying to steal that one away on Giganten's backsides.
Yeah, you can see the taps, you can hear it. That's towards the two who are making the run for it. Unity might be able to fold onto the others as well. Giganten in trouble, and actually, so again, Legion Fexx completely caught off guard by Tornado Energy. Melman peeks up above the rock face and completely shocks him as bjorN.
Between two teams.
Yeah, this is horrible for Legion. This is the southern side, everyone trying to run in. Airstation Mike are just booking it in. They don't want any of this. If they can get in without these fights, that's perfect for them.
Well, it's them that just stole one away. They've just absolutely screwed everyone there. Northern Lights are watching Last Crew. Last Crew now gets a sandwich. They're going to get sandwiched between 7 and Northern Lights, so it's a CIS sandwich onto the Danes. They are going to fall, so this is where this map really comes into, well, some would say in its element, but others would argue that's not the case. There is just so much third party that can happen. Airstation Mike are going straight towards the Boom's compound.
GamerLegion just turned and took the fight against Tornado Energy. They're trying to make some damage happen, but SKUIJKE, they have managed to escape Camp Bravo. So for ENCE, they put the right foot forward, and they managed to way up to a very strong position. Airstation Mike going to try and overwhelm the Boom. That's an isolated fight in itself. PG-18 out here on the western side, trying to sweep through IG. But IG have the circle, and they have the hard cover to play with.
Meanwhile, Mitraleius has managed to ninja his way in there somehow. The DA way. Krent desperately trying to get something through that smoke. Airstation Mike will lose one in the process, but they do flush out the Boom, which means they now have that little shack area at the crossroads. Tornado Energy, QuickMath all in trouble. That's going down the south side as QuickMath finish. Melman, the last man standing for them. PG-18 getting destroyed. Actually, Unity getting involved in that fight. They've come down from the south and got sweeping around the edges.
Timing on the reload. Wanderer's turned up, and now they're pushing in towards him. It is going to be a 1-for-1 trade out. They can't capitalize further than that. Zampeak on notice, but he can't support his teammates. seniks has gone down in GamerLegion full. Maccandark was caught off by SKUIJKE as he came out of Camp Bravo. Again, ENCE hold ground. 4 alive. Big split in the southeastern side. This is good from them. Orange on the peak around. Flushing out Recrent. Can he find more? Is there anything else to be caught off there? Plenty. Unity moves south.
Trapping with the nade. That's gone too far to the right as Northern Lights look to swamp around 7. Circle shifts down to the western side. That crossroads there, Airstation Mike have managed to take over. They have lost one though, and now ToWzErA's down and maybe out as well. But Northern Lights, this straight up 4v4 brawl has to happen. It has to happen fast because the blue is starting to pressure.
Yeah, it is, and Joker's trying to move forward. I think they just put Moon a little bit further ahead. Tornado Energy putting their last piece on the board and trying to make them move forward. ToWzErA does go down, and that's again a knock coming up from ENCE and a flush to follow. Airstation Mike now getting attention from everywhere. Northern Lights trying to move forward past 7 up in the northeast. Both under pressure from the blue. They have to make the play happen. A little bit of heat for Edelweiss, goes for the greedy flush, and he gets it.
Yeah, this is not good for Northern Lights. They're trying to run into this compound, and it's backfiring on them. Perfect was going to go down as well. And now Krabic realizes they've tried to come around the side deep. And okay, bro, we're going to get caught off. There goes okay, bro. Joker's now looking at their attention. That's going to be Northern Lights in trouble. Airstation Mike will go. That's the crossroads opened up. ENCE with still 4 in the hills as well. But now the compound down by Unity. PG-18. Inside game still with 1 in there. Zampeak holding on. And Mitraleius nearby from DA.
SKUIJKE just found set 2, so Jokers are now looking a little bit like the walk-in wounded. Molotov goes in, Quizzy holds the angle, IG struggling with their last player here. Spray down, it's Jokers. They were looking wounded. The initial strike did come from ENCE, but the final blow was from Tornado Energy's last man.
ENCE are in a great position at the moment. They have the entirety of the east side, southeast side to themselves. Tempest up on the hillside though, so that could be a problem for them. Edelweiss seeing the one in the grey there. Solar will go down. Nades coming through, so the French go down. 7 may well follow. Tempest have them kind of pinned. ENCE looking down the hillside towards Alea there for Tornado Energy. How are all these people still alive on this western edge of the circle?
Mitraleius, how is he alive? He's literally got the Wanderer on top of him. And yeah, there you go. Mitraleius, just like a snake in the grass, comes out and just claims his life. PG-18, I think, are down to either 1 or 2 players now, so not much at all. Northern Lights fall down in 9th. We're down to 8 teams, 17 players, so plenty of scrappy teams still with the remnant standing as best they can. Mitraleius, can he find another? 1
nade left, going to toss it out to Ubika. Kubica, I don't know where we're going with this one.
Wookie Bookie with an orm. I'm happy to see that. Let's have a go.
Standard traditions continuing.
Oh, and that's going to be a fight and a half, isn't it? Tempest against ENCE. They both seem like they're kind of knowing that there's someone in both these positions. So this is a big fight for such control.
Unity, though, look like they're going to come out on the western side. Rustanmar has made it down
He's
to
done
the
the play.
shack.
That's so big.
Got down to the crossroads. Unity will finish off IG and ELGIGANTEN. Looks like Marcelek's the last man standing as he tries to make a run for it, but he's only running into the arms of Tempest. He continues on his trajectory. DA on the move. Mitraleius, where's he going? He's going towards Unity. Some solo backstab play maybe as he hears all these shots. He wants to get involved. Looks across the side. DA will get an octave down. Won't be able to flush it out. The rest of the team, he's going to go down to the play zone, and that will be Mitraleius going down. But he's done the damage. They can't do anything about it. They're going to lose a man.
Yeah, they certainly are. Unity down to 3. PG-18's remainder in the shack down below. ENCE, so far, in my eyes, have played wonderfully. They've kept 3 together in the southeast, now eastern side, but Rustanmar right slap bang in the middle, and the circle is theirs. Unity can be a nuisance, but as can Tempest. They have the Orm, which does give them that big knock potential. One-shot knocks coming out can be massive here, and Unity have a bit of vision on Tempest.
That's a good angle for Orange. He saw, I think it was Wookie that went behind there. Yeah, it was. It was Wookie that went behind that rock. Saw him clear as day. SKUIJKE though and co. They have they have them picked off.
Not many bullets left for SKUIJKE though. Got to be a bit careful on this.
19-0. Yeah, I don't know what
he's
got
got
left
5
in
kills.
the back of his on his back there. His shoulder AR. No doubt, plenty. Orange has got them. So he sees level 3s on Wookie and Orange.
He wants to follow him in. He doesn't want to get involved in this. Rustanmar diving around.
Snoopy's getting lit up though, his teammate. Now he goes for it, tries to get the spray down, gets the double down. That's what he needed.
Wookie Bookie shot Hanny.
Oh my god, that was an orm to the back of the head.
Oh my god, that's... Oh, I'm so excited to see Wookie Bookie with that thing, I guess for the wrong reasons. But now it's just scraps left alive. Wookie Bookie's bleeding out. I don't know if he can be picked up. Clib is still standing, but that's about it. And these nades are so close. Clib is just about alive, but the blue's moving again. This looks like it's ENCE's all day long. Snoopy and Clib trying to make something of this.
Yeah, it's going to be easy for ENCE this one, and it's going to be a 10-kill game as well. Something like that. It's looking very good for them. Snoopy, though, trying to go for it. SKUIJKE finds him. That's 7 kills and counting for SKUIJKE, popping off in this matchup. Clib and Snoopy. Well, Snoopy gone, so Clib now, the Dane, just holding on for placement points. It's a 10-kill game for ENCE. back-to-back? No, not quite.
No.
They won game 1.
Yeah.
But there's a big day nonetheless. That's 40 points, I believe it is already, just from 2 games alone. So they got 20 in the first. And ENCE, they just love talking to Red Eye. I think that's what it is. I think they just love speaking to him.
Who doesn't love a Finnish interview? Passion, emotion, talkative. I love the Finns, and it's good to see them looking confident. It's a big factor. Clearly feeling the fights out more, maybe feeling they can take some of the risks, maybe play a little bit differently, a little bit more assertive in these scenarios. The way they took that southeastern side was very well held. Good positioning coming in, keeping so much control.
I think they're trying to keep Paul fit as well, because they are on the far corner, right?
He's got jogged down.
They used to be where Unity are, the nearest team in Phase 1, but after some poor performances, it sent them to the back corner. And it does keep Paul on his feet, so he's having to run across there. We'll see what they have to say. Let's go down with ENCE and SKUIJKE to Paul's left with 7 kills.
SKUIJKE indeed, with 7 kills. D-Man was just saying you had a really good game that game. miikaz, we're back again. I like the fact that you're keeping me fit, because you are the furthest team away from the end of the arena. Congrats once more. Talk us through this game.
I mean, it was nice to win the first Sanhok game in our team's history, so it feels good. Like, we had this similar circle in the Pro League already, so we kind of knew what we have to do on the circle, and then Tempus gave us the hill where we eventually won the game. So, in the middle of the game, SKUIJKE just screams that he's on the fire right now, so we just let him do whatever, and he got all the kills.
Yeah, he did. Do you want to say anything? Because you had a great game.
Yeah, I don't know, like, sometimes you get the momentum going, like, you get maybe 1 free kill, 2 free kills, and you just keep building up, and like miikaz said, I was like, when I went to the hill and I think I lasered Jazza in the compound, I said, okay, I'm on fire, I'm gonna do whatever I want. Then I was just like shooting literally everyone, so that felt kind of funny.
You guys seem more excited now than you've seemed all weekend. What's changed today?
I mean, winning Sanhok is nice.
I guess winning Sanhok does make you happy. ENCE are winners yet again, 3rd time in 3 days. They are now very firmly inside the top 3 and looking very good to return to PEL. Still plenty to come though, still 2 more rounds today and of course 5 more tomorrow. So they're doing very well. Thank you very much out here in the arena.
Red Eye just asked ENCE why they seem a bit more excited. Avenger, why is that?
Chicken Dinner World Tour!
SKUIJKE is one of the happiest players I've ever seen. I've never seen a player in that arena get that excited about his winner's interview.
And you know what's going to be scary now? Because of this, they're going to start playing like they did in the end of Phase 1, which is just shoot everything and don't care. The confidence is going to be so high, it's going to be insane.
You heard nothing that Avenger said, because
oh, that's nice.
If you watched PEL, you'll remember that he once trolled me, and I just trolled him. You want to say all of that again? Why is SKUIJKE so happy, Avenger?
Well, because they just won a Chicken Dinner World Tour!
What's good with this is also ENCE is gonna just keep on steamrolling against everybody else. A happy SKUIJKE means it's a happy ENCE.
Yeah.
And a happy ENCE, they'll be fragging out.
A happy ENCE is a winning ENCE.
Yep.
This was the ENCE that we wanted to see. What I thought we would see from the start of promos, and possibly what a lot of the ENCE fans wanted to see. Is this the snowball? Do they take it all the way?
This might not just be all the way, but this is the restart of ENCE here in PUBG PEL. Being able to come from here, they might be doing good in 2020 again, and just because of how they're doing here. They needed this. They needed this really bad. They needed the confidence from having games like this.
They're extremely consistent now, considering as well how many placement points they've gotten. They've got by far the most, and also trying to chase down the most kills as well. So this is definitely the way to go, obviously. I'm excited to see one more win today from them.
Yeah, I mean, this is the ENCE that we know as well. They are the team that has been showing us the least amount of bad games as well.
It was quite a spicy circle, so a lot of the teams not adapting that well to that?
Well, it's not just about adapting to it. We saw a lot of teams actually doing really good rotations. You have Last Crew that actually went up north from the west side with a boat. You had Train Hard that was way down in the south when Circle 2 hit. But they took the vehicles and they drove on the west side and went north as well. That was just adapting to the teams, reading the circles, making sure we know that all the teams, most of them, they're going to be on foot. They're going to try to take the shortest way into Circle, which will be on the west and the south side. We want to avoid that, so we're going to enter from the north side, which was totally correct.
I want to draw your attention to Airstation, Mike, because they're a team that they've had moments of brilliance. They've surprised me during this competition, but I'm a little bit worried that maybe it's not quite good enough. Are they a perfect example of maybe a Contenders team that needs one more season in Contenders before they're PEL ready?
I wouldn't say maybe they need that, maybe they don't, but the thing is that they have the macro. That is very good. They get into very good positions, but from those positions, that's when it gets a little bit chaotic for them. How they're holding angles, where to hold, where to watch all the time, when is the next move. All that stuff is not on point right now.
Yeah, mid-game, late-game decision-making is not on point. It feels panicky, it feels pressure, expectations on them maybe be a bit too high, expectations of themselves, especially around the community, the pro community as well. I think they were expecting SSMI to be one of the top contenders to qualify and to come into PEL in 2020. And now it's not looking very good. Like, they're 15th place right now. They're around half the points that the top teams has, so it's going to be rough for them. They need to show up in these last 2 games if they want to have a chance tomorrow.
Tempest knocking at the door, but we saw phenomenal chicken dinner world tour from them on the first day. What do they need to do to solidify a spot now?
Well, to be fair, what they've been doing so far today, being more consistent compared to what we saw from them yesterday, is what they need to do. They need to consistently get, you know, these 5-7 point games, because that means they potentially would have been into positions where they could also have won it. Here, they didn't hold the angle of unity. They got spoiled by that. They could potentially take it on ENCE if there are 3 guys alive. There's plenty of cover, plenty of rocks, plenty of trees to play on to push ENCE, but they lost due to an unfortunate hold and an angle that was not being held where that should have been held, in my opinion.
There's a lot of potential in a team like Tempest right now. And if you look at how they're playing, you can see that as well. And actually, I think they're going to make it to PEL. And when they do, that's when it's going to be really exciting to see how they're going to do in PEL next year, if so.
Confident talk there, you said. I think they're going to make it. So we'll look at that again tomorrow. We're moving on to Erangel. Do you think we're going to see a change up here with some of the teams that are finishing in those top spots?
I mean, I think we're going to kind of still see them playing a little bit slower. They don't really need to rush it right now. The teams that is a little bit lower down in the leaderboard, they need to do something drastic though. The teams up there, they've been doing something right. That's why they are up there. And as you can see, 7 still on top, ENCE just 1 point behind, and 1 point behind them is Tempest.
And we can see the top 3 teams here with a bit of a cushion, nearly like a full game with it's a 15 points. A winning game with 5 kills, or like a really good game with 2nd place and some kills. So this cushion, and then another cushion down to 5th place from Unity, another 11 points. So the top is starting kind of to solidify themselves. They just need to stay a bit more consistent through these last 2 games, and then tomorrow they can basically deny the other teams coming into the top 4.
When you look at the other side of those standings though, GamerLegion, Airstation, Mike, Last Crew, they're going to have to pop off in a big way.
I mean, we just saw ENCE today in 2 games, 20+ games in both of them. If they get that, they're straight back into the reach of making it into the top 4. So again, even Last Crew, Airstation, Mike, these guys, 2 good games on a angle. We're talking top 2 mini kills. In the last 2 games, they're still going to be able to make it into top 4 tomorrow when we have 5 more games.
You want to at least have 2 decent last games here, because you're putting yourself up for tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the big day, the last day. Now, this is the time to make sure that you are coming in tomorrow, being confident that you can still make it. If you can't make it, it's going to be rough. You don't want to have to win every game tomorrow to be able to make it.
You don't want to win every game tomorrow. You want to have that cushion. 2 games to go, which means a lot of these teams are going to be pushing to get as many points as they possibly can on the board. One of the teams that's potentially disappointed some of their fans, the #1 place in Contenders, PG18. They still have that opportunity to do more. Before we look at the next game though, let's find out a little bit more about the #1 Contenders team.